Hi, I'm Mike Brampton.
And my name is Julian Hoad.
Welcome to Veterinary Ramblings.
Many things, ooh!
Oh,
Precious,
mate.
precious.
Oh, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I missed you.
Well, I've missed you too, but you've been so busy.
I have been busy. It's been a busy couple of years. It was only supposed to be a busy 1 year, but it's been a busy couple of years. And
It's over now, yeah?
I'm sorry?
You've just got to earn your living now.
It's got to earn my living. Yeah. Actually, get a proper job.
So you've handed the chain of office over.
I have to an extremely competent person, much better than me, Dr. Susan Little. So she's going to be doing all the things presidential from now on for the next year. And BSAVA is going from strength to strength.
So you're just going to get wheeled out on special occasions?
They'll wheel me out as a gibbering wreck every now and then to pat children and dogs and say, "Oh, yes, I like the CMA."
Oh, so there's no change then?
No change really.
Okay, fair. Okay.
So,
I suppose I'm not allowed to say that she's probably younger and prettier than you.
almost by definition, my advanced status of years, everybody is younger, almost. And really, just looking at me, you can tell that everybody is prettier. And so it wouldn't be a stretch of the imagination to say that Dr. Susan Little is younger and prettier than me, nor would it be untrue in any way.
That reviewer did say you did have a face for radio, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Very unfairly. I haven't even got that.
Yeah. There we go. So what else have you up to then?
Tell us about what I've been doing is waiting for you to come back from your gallivanting off around the globe.
Oh, I've only been on a couple of little trips.
Go on, tell me about them. I'll settle back. I've actually got a beer. Look at this, because it's very, very hoplighty at the moment. So I'm treating myself to a hobgoblin. Other beers are available, but not in my house.
Oh, okay, very nice. I've just got my flask.
What's in the flask?
Well, it had got ice in it and water, but it's empty now because it's of totally no relevance whatsoever to any of our listeners or viewers that we happen to be recording on one of the hottest days of the year.
No, and we're putting a very brave face on it and trying to look cool. You in your Breton t-shirt, and me in my Rowan active wear shirt.
Yeah, and I've got a whole 1 metre fan sitting underneath my desk, blowing cold air right up my kilt.
I've got a kilt.
I mean,
now that's not to say, when I say I'm sitting here not wearing a kilt, I shall qualify that and say that I'm wearing shorts.
Oh,
because I don't want listeners to think, oh my God, he's sitting there in the altogether, other than his Rowan shirt.
Fair enough.
No,
but I mean, nobody's done that, well, they?
Got a pair of cheap shorts on.
As long as you don't stand up. No.
There,
Don't
look.
need to see.
There we go.
Yeah, very good. I'm not
Thank
showing
you.
you my kilt.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't. You might have to get your dirk out.
Yeah, that's in my sock.
Oh dear, I'm terribly. That's quite impressive, actually.
What's that?
If you're still wearing your socks, that's impressive. Otherwise, it's just dirty.
No, I'm not wearing socks. Where have I been? Oh, so you're blaming our absence on me then?
Yes, completely.
You are like a friend of mine I've just come back from the Arctic in Finland with. He blamed everything on me.
Now, I've got a clue as to where you've been.
Go on then.
Have you been to Finland and the Arctic? Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, how did you know?
I pick up on things like that. That's the sign of a good vet, that is. Picking up on these minuscule signs. It's all part of taking history.
Yeah, history, yeah. And I've had a gig on an expedition ship as well for a month.
Go on then, tell me about that. You told me about that.
But we were around the Hebrides. Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
Looking at the Lewis chessmen and wondering why they didn't make more.
Indeed, even though they only made 93. Yeah, which doesn't quite make a chess set.
It doesn't. And now they're not even sure it is chess.
Which is highly likely, because the Vikings did play a game which could have been a derivative of the game of chess, but not necessarily with all the intricate details.
Ah. They'd move a piece and then kill everyone in that country and move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So where have I been? I've been into northeast Finland.
Northeast Finland?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was perfectly safe. I mean, we were at one point. Well, no, we had to turn left because the exclusion zone between Finland and Russia was right in front of us, so we had to take the turn to the left, and we weren't allowed into the exclusion zone.
How wide is the exclusion zone?
Oh, it's 500 metres.
Oh, good. Well, they can't get any drones or bombs or anything like that far, can they?
No. But what was really good for us, of course, was that the bears don't necessarily designate between Finland and Russia.
Ah, that's
and
quite good.
The other side of the border there in Russia, there is nothing for hundreds of miles.
So now my geography, as you know, is pretty appalling. I just pulled up a map of Finland, and Norway and Sweden, and the first thing that occurs to me is there's a bit of land above Finland that doesn't seem to be owned by anyone. Oh, is that still Norway?
Yeah.
So Norway goes right over the north side and ends up both from the northeast and the northwest of Finland. Oh, interesting. And then there is absolutely nothing, as you say, in Russia, except for a lot of very cold-looking lakes.
Yeah. So that's where the bears roam wild with no fear of being shot.
Ah. Now, these are just polar bears, or are there...
No, they're the polar bear's cousin.
So are these the ones that interbreed with polar bears, or can interbreed with polar bears?
That's a hell of an interesting question. And I don't know the definitive answer to that question. However, if we wind back the clock 500,000 years or so, we could do that thing like we're winding back the clock.
What, like they do in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. It goes all woo on the screen and stuff. I was going to say that I was photographing polar bears' cousins.
Okay.
Because they all come from a common lineage, and it suggested that polar bears have evolved from other bears, such as moon bears, brown bears, black bears, grizzly bears, and several other bears that you want to name. So common lineage, and they look remarkably similar, apart from the colour.
Is the constitution of the fur different, other than the colour? Because there's this pervading story, isn't there, that polar bears have hollow hair. And I must admit, I've never been able to find out whether that's true or not. Not because of the lack of research there, but because, I'll be honest, I haven't been asked to.
No, and much as I have told guests many a time that polar bears have got clear, hollow hair and a double fur thickness over extra blubber, I don't actually personally know. What I do know, if you Google it whilst we're talking, what I do know is that brown bears will eat meat as well as whatever they can scavenge. And they creep up on you just like polar bears. But just like polar bears, they are more inquisitive than dangerous. Well, as long as you behave yourself.
Right.
I mean, the methods we use in Finland are quite different to the ones that we use in Svalbard. in that what you generally do is you go out into the forest sort of mid-afternoon, and you lock yourself in a little wooden hut with peepholes, and you wait. And because it's high in the Arctic, you've got 24-hour daylight. Although there's the twilight period normally between about 11:30 and 1:30, and basically you sit and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and then sort of in the morning time, 8-9 o'clock in the morning, you get let out of your little wooden box, and you go back to your hostel and go to bed.
It sounds good fun.
Yeah.
I like waiting.
Well, I do.
If you're somewhere pretty.
And these are pretty areas. But you do have to keep your wits about you, because these bears, these 300, 400 kilo bears, will appear in the forest from nowhere.
Oh.
They don't ring a bell, and they're very quiet as they walk through the forest undergrowth or across a meadow, and you have to be awake to be able to spot the movement and see that they're there. But yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
that's... Yeah, sounds it.
What have you found?
I have discovered a couple of not to be trusted articles on the internet. Goodness me, how unusual and unexpected is that? But
was one of mine.
But there's a Chinese article on in the National Library of Medicine, PubMed, saying intelligent nanomaterials for solar energy harvesting, from polar bear hairs to unsmooth nanofiber fabrication. And it says that microstructured scales distributed periodically along the hair can absorb maximal radiative flux from the sun. So we'll ignore the tubular thing at the moment, but the structure of the scales absorbs energy from the sun much more efficiently than other fur.
Interesting.
It does also say that the fur consists of a dense underfur layer and an outer layer of guard hairs, which are transparent and white in colour.
And that the skin is black.
Yes. Okay. And the polar bear hairs are hollow.
Okay.
So there we go. So it is true. They do have hollow, translucent hair that actually seems to efficiently and effectively absorb solar energy to heat them up.
Thank goodness for that. So all those guests that have listened to me over the years, I was telling the truth, because Julian says so.
Absolutely. Telling the truth without even knowing it. There's a rare talent there. I bet we say this. I bet Mike did actually check many years ago before he said it.
What, and I've forgotten?
And you forgot.
In my old age.
So,
what am I doing?
who are you? So how many bears did you see? Lots or a few?
I think my total bear encounters in my lifetime have just probably gone into 3 figures. No, 4 figures.
Wow, that's quite a few.
One evening we must have had, if you count cubs, do you count cubs?
Oh yes, count cubs, they're bears, yeah.
Okay, you're right. So we must have had on one evening something like 50 encounters.
In one evening?
Yeah.
God, that's incredible. And how close were you?
Respectful distance.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, at least 5 metres away.
Good.
And on occasions, even closer.
Brilliant. So, okay, a respectable distance.
Yeah.
So that's like the 500 meters exclusion zone, isn't it? It's safe. 500 meters from Russian ammunitions, or 5 meters from a bear.
Yeah.
Relatively, both perfectly safe. Good. Good. I'm glad. You didn't take any risks there.
No point doing that, is there?
No.
All for a photograph? Nah, it's not worth it.
But Mike, our listeners will be very keen to hear,
Hmm.
what bread did you have out in Finland?
Very interesting bread. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a little bit like a black rye bread.
Now who do we have talking about black rye bread?
I can't remember.
Here sometime. Who was
Really
that?
nice. Before you go out into your hide, your little wooden hut, it's while making yourself some snacks for the night. And so a couple of pieces of salami on this dark bread was really rather refreshing, very enjoyable.
Sounds good. Did it taste like pumpernickel?
No.
Good.
No, it's actually right. It's called Roislipa.
I've had that.
It's
I've had that, yes.
traditional dense sourdough rye. So
it's really nice. It tastes quite almost, but it's not bitter. It's got a sort of pickle flavour to it.
Yeah, it's slightly chewy with a tangy sour flavour.
Yeah, tangy. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Really, really nice. A little bit chewy. Very good.
Excellent. Not for gluten-free eaters.
No, a bit like I suppose it's a bit like malt loaf without the raisins and the sugar.
Good. And what was the grub like generally? Was it good?
Yeah, we ate well. When have you ever known me not eat well?
Never. No. Good. Glad to hear it. And what else did you see?
I saw a wolf. But the wolf story is a little bit frustrating because I got the wolf. I saw the wolf at about 1,000 meters, and watched this wolf walk along the edge of a forest, and pause and do a wee and sniff and walk and pause and do a wee and sniff and disappeared back into the forest. And I thought, this is interesting because there was a big wide meadow between us and that forest edge. A little bit like the forest edge or the clear area between the Russian border and the forest. And I thought, okay, well, that's fair enough. I've got a shot. I've got a couple of shots in the bank with my camera, but wanted more. And my friend Matty said that I could go to sleep from about 1 o'clock for an hour or so. And he'd wake me up, and then it was my turn to watch. Anyway, the next morning we got back to the hostel, and somebody was in a hut, was in a hide a little way away from ours, but they could see our hide, and they knew that I was particularly keen on seeing wolves, and we got back to the hostel for breakfast, and they were like, "Oh my God, you must have had an amazing night. How lucky were you? That was phenomenal, wasn't it?" What? The wolf. The wolf. Yeah, the wolf that walked straight across the meadow, almost up to your hide, crossed over the ditch, sniffed your hide, did a wee on the corner, and then walked off again.
Bet they were having you on.
No, they weren't.
Weren't they?
Mate Matty blamed me for him falling asleep. He blamed me.
Okay, that doesn't sound fair.
Well, seemingly I was sleeping so peacefully, he nodded off himself and forgot to wake me up, and didn't set an alarm either.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you the other thing we saw, which I found fascinating. We saw Wolverine.
Really? A wolverine? They're incredibly rare.
I saw about 5 Wolverine
Yeah. Wow.
in my time. And I had no idea, zero, that Wolverines were so small. Because on the movies,
Yeah,
he's
they're
actually
huge,
quite
aren't
big,
they?
isn't he? He's big,
Mm.
and he looks like Hugh Jackman. And this Wolverine did not look like Hugh Jackman.
No?
These Wolverines, no, they look like badgers. Feisty
Yeah,
little honey badgers.
and they are members of the Mustelidae, aren't they? The weasel and badger family. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're only. I mean,
They're
they're smaller than Labradors. They're about
oh yeah,
Springer Spaniel size, I think, aren't they?
yeah, about that, only longer.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got long, shaggy hair
Mm.
and very long claws. So that bit's right in the movies. They have got long claws.
Okay, they've got and the claws are made of metal, are they?
I didn't get that close. They were at least
they can suddenly go.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that, probably.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. And I've got a picture of one climbing up a tree.
They've got really strong jaw muscles, haven't they? Is that what I'm thinking of? So I think pound for pound, their bite is as strong as a hyena's.
Wouldn't surprise me.
They eat a lot of bone.
I was just staring into the forest, and suddenly this feisty little character came running towards me. Whoa, what is that? Oh, hang on a minute. It's not a bear. It's not a wolf. It's not a squirrel. There has been talk of wolverines in these woods. I wonder if that's a wolverine.
So, do you get some pictures?
Yeah.
Are they on your website?
Not yet, no. Not yet. I'm still playing with them.
Right. I can't wait to see them.
Because in all my time there, I took 62,000 photographs.
Yeah, that's a few.
Yeah.
So, gosh, we're using 24 or 36 exposure films.
24.
Yeah, it's quite a few, isn't it? You might, because you do take quite a few photos, you might want to move up to 36.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that, Julian.
That's right.
I'll consider that. Good tip.
On the plus side, if you're using one of those Polaroid instant films, you'd have spent a fortune.
Bloody would, wouldn't you?
And I reckon you'd still be squeezing in the end doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And probably wouldn't necessarily have got the picture either.
Probably not.
However, you would have seen that you'd not got it now, do you? I always check my photos as I'm taking.
Good.
So I'm well aware as to whether I've got the shot or not. But,
Mike Portable Darkroom Brampton, they used to call him.
Yeah. Not only, but also. Yeah.
So
great.
Finland was first, and then
Scotland was first, then Finland.
All right, Scotland. So what did you see in Scotland?
Fish eagles, seals, stags, seagulls, gannets.
Gannets.
And I like gannets and puffins, all sorts of stuff. It is not devoid of wildlife. Is not Scotland. It's quite good.
I like Scotland.
Yeah. It was. There were some good times on board, and we got to see. I got to visit a lot of places that I wouldn't necessarily otherwise have gone to. So that was quite a reward for that.
Mm-hmm. And so you weren't on the boat all the time, and you weren't in the boat going to Finland. That was a flight.
No, that was separate. The Scottish trip was working for one of the expedition companies. The Finnish trip was mine, so I'd organised that with my friend in Finland.
Yeah.
So, that was great fun. Great fun.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to come with me and photograph bears, drop us a line and I'll see if we can organise something, because I will be going back next year.
Same place.
Similar places, but yeah, similar places. I'm thinking of going in the spring, so that not only is there a possibility of cubs, albeit slim, there's a possibility, or more of a probability, of getting the bears and wolves on a snow background.
Ah, and you do prefer those, don't you? You like your snow.
I like my snow. I'm not averse to camping out in -20, but we'll see. We'll see. So that's.
You didn't get any nice shots of fighter jets or anything gleefully flying above you.
Where did that come from?
Well, you got those amazing pictures of planes from the Lake District.
Yeah, I know.
Wherever you go, you just seem to be able to look up and say, "Oh, there's a Messerschmitt or whatever," and take a picture of it.
I did get some short videos of aeroplanes taking off, because as we were sat on the airport, on the plane at Rovaniemi Airport, waiting to fly down to Helsinki, the captain came over the intercom and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, very sorry, we've just heard from control that our flight is going to be delayed. This will add approximately 25 minutes to the flight time. We also have to divert a particular area in Finland in between here and Helsinki because it's being used for exercises. And I think if you look out of the right-hand windows at the moment, the aircraft you can see, because we share this runway with the military, and I think that is a Spanish F-16 about to take off. Ooh. And we have to wait until a few more have gone as well. So we saw 2 Spanish F-16s, 4 American F-35s, and 4 German Eurofighters take off.
Blimey.
Big exercise going
NATO combo exercises.
Yeah, something to do with Russia or something. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think Russia are wanting to play, aren't they?
I don't think that. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because it was suggested by one of the Russian politicians that they should pay a visit to their near neighbours in Finland, and a Finnish general was heard to respond, "You're very welcome. You can come and join the 200,000 other Russians currently here."
Ooh, them's fighting. Oh no, they're not. Oh gosh.
Okay. Well, no, they were fighting.
Let me say something else. Yeah.
Well, Russia has invaded Finland numerous times. They've always been fought off. Admittedly, one time with a peculiar treaty that the Finns aren't that proud of, because they ceded a fair amount of territory. But the Russians tried to roll tanks into Finland as they did Ukraine, and with a similar result. So there are about 200,000 Russians buried on Finnish soil between the border and the first areas of habitation. We'll see.
Exciting times, interesting times.
Scary times, I think.
Scary times. You've missed some excitement over here in Blighty, though.
Go on then, what have I missed?
Well, who's the Prime Minister? Now, dear listeners, Mike is thinking about this, but don't think, poor Mike, he's got dementia, because you're absolutely right in that who is the Prime Minister used to be a test for dementia. The excitement that Mike has missed is that it is now not one of the standard questions a doctor will ask you if suspecting you of dementia, because Prime Ministers change now so frequently in the UK that even people without dementia find it difficult to keep up.
Is it a Coslettis?
Oh, and by the way, we're changing Prime Ministers again.
Is it Coslettis?
Well, I think Coslettis left, didn't she?
No, that was Iceberg Lettuce.
Iceberg Lettuce, that's right, yeah.
It lasted 40 days.
And and the tub of lard died as well. So it's been interesting times, but we don't discuss politics here, do we?
No,
because
we
haven't got Boris anymore to support us in our discussions.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, got rid of him.
Yeah. Michael's not such a fan of Boris Johnson.
no, I don't think any of us are. The Finns didn't say to you, so you're going to come back into the EU again then? Didn't ask.
No, it's interesting that the Finns have got a beautifully refreshing attitude to politics, life, war, and everything. And the attitude is quoted from their current president, and his attitude is: have a sauna, a cold bath, and relax. We'll work it out.
I like that.
I like that too. Go and have a sauna. Go and have a sauna, a cold bath, relax, and we'll work it out. That's brilliant.
Do you know where else has saunas?
Where?
Okay, I didn't ask the question very well, did I? But anyway, I'll tell you. Aberystwyth has saunas on the beach.
Aberystwyth has saunas on the beach.
Yeah.
Is this because you went to the Welsh BSAVA meeting at Aberystwyth?
I went to Vets Cymru, which is the Welsh BSAVA 2-day conference.
Yep.
And I managed to get an hour or maybe two, morning, afternoon, and evening, to go for a swim in the sea each day.
Wow.
I didn't have a sauna, but where I was swimming, the beach where I was swimming on, they have enterprisingly set up a beach sauna. You can rent for an hour.
Very nice. And then go for a swim in the sea.
Yeah.
And then have a shower.
Yeah.
How
it's
fabulous.
Great. Really nice place. Aberystwyth.
University.
Yeah. Well, so they just had the first lot of vet students qualify there.
Have they qualified already?
Well, they've finished. They've completed the course.
Right.
Are they admitted onto the register of the RCVS? Good question. I can't remember at the moment.
Because I remember, you may recall, I used to teach at Nottingham Vet School and talked through from the first cohort there. And I remember when we went to graduation of the first cohort, it was announced, congratulations, you've got your degrees in veterinary science, and we have just heard through from the RCVS that you have also qualified to be part and join the register of veterinary surgeons. And of course the hall just went nuts. We're all going to get their second degrees, as it were, and they were going to be registered on the register of surgeons, allowed to practice as veterinary surgeons, which is what the whole idea was in the first place, of course.
Indeed. I know they've been approved by the RCV,
Good.
but I'm not sure whether they've actually been admitted to the register yet. I should know that, shouldn't I? But I don't. It's in combination with the Royal College of Veterinary, with the Royal Veterinary College, their course.
Right.
So they have a mixed course, 2 years in Aberystwyth.
London and sometime in Aberystwyth.
Yeah.
Cool. Seriously cool.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. Although Aberystwyth's a very long way away, isn't it?
It's a long old way. Yeah, it is. I was planning on staying with friends John and Bernice, but I didn't stay with them because, as it turned out, A, they were still 2.5 hours from Aberystwyth, and B, they were at the conference.
Yeah, well, that had sort of cramped the style already.
It would have been. Well, they could have done, but then I still would have been 2.5 hours away from Aberystwyth. So I stayed at a jolly nice seafront hotel that had been built in the late Victorian era. And I was attended to by a lovely hotel owner who was born in the Victorian era. And I had a really nice breakfast that was made fresh that morning. And it was jolly good, really good.
Fabulous.
And I had one of the best curries I've ever had at the Pakistani and Punjabi restaurant in town.
Lovely. This BSAVA Cymru thing, Is there going to be a BSAVA England?
Ah, there may well be. We're still looking into the possibilities of that and where to put it and when to put it. But at the moment, we have Vets Cymru and we have Vets Alba, or BSAVA Alba, Scottish one.
Yep. Interesting. I like the sound of that because it's going back to roots. The big congress obviously toppled over and sadly is no more. But the idea of smaller, more intimate regional meetings is quite a nice model, and good one to have.
It's great. And the brilliant thing about it, I mean, there were, 250, 260 people there, delegates.
Right.
There were 3 dozen companies with stalls there.
Yep.
But everyone had a good opportunity to chat with the companies, and the company reps had a great opportunity to speak to the delegates, and they all agreed it was much more effective than some of the other London-based conferences I could care to mention, because it was just a cosier space.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And hopefully our sponsors, Thames Medical and MAI, are listening, because that would be very well spent, and support the local vets and get you some very good coverage and deep, meaningful conversations. If you've enjoyed listening, don't forget, click like, share, follow, spread the word, and look forward to seeing you or speaking with you on the next episode.
And may your dog go with you.
May your dog go with you.